At least 112 people have died in Punjab after consuming spurious liquor. The worst affected districts are Tarn Taran, Batala, and rural Amritsar. A majority of those who have been affected are said to be Dalits, working as farm laborers. The chemical analysis of the seized spurious liquor has shown that denatured spirit used in the paint and hardware industry had been distilled by adding water and other chemicals and sold as country made liquor at cheap prices. This mixture of denatured spirit released methanol, which upon consumption changed into formic acid and killed over 100 people in the span of 4 days. Many others who consumed the spirit have suffered partial blindness, giddiness, difficulty in breathing, and have been admitted to hospitals. Around 37 people have been arrested in this case so far. Additionally, 187 people have been arrested in raids conducted across the state on units which were either selling, procuring, or manufacturing illicit liquor. Owner of a paint store in Ludhiana, Rajiv Joshi, was nabbed earlier this week. According to the police, Joshi is responsible for triggering the chain of events. Joshi disclosed to the police that he had supplied 3 drums of methanol, which were used to brew spurious liquor. Among the others who were arrested are one Balwinder Kaur and her 2 relatives, Triveni, also known as Pradhan, and Darshan Rani, also known as Faujan. Balwinder Kaur's husband, Jaswant Singh, is one of the 112 people who died in this tragedy. Jaswant Singh and Balwinder Kaur were known to be notorious suppliers of illicit liquor in Amritsar and neighbouring villages in the past as well. According to a report published in the Indian Express, Jaswant Singh was rounded up by the Punjab police in early May and booked under Excise Act for illicit liquor trade, but he was released on bail a few days later and resumed his trade. Indian Express also reported that hours before her arrest, Triveni Chauhan escorted Additional Deputy Commissioner of Gurdaspur Tajinder Pal Singh Sandhu and the Batala police team to the houses of several victims. Chauhan reportedly explained that most of the deaths in Batala were due to heart attacks and not linked with spurious liquor at all. It was only later that the police learned that she was one of the suppliers. During the arrests, it was also learned that one of the 2 prime accused in supplying the chemical and running the larger network was also in Punjab police's custody since the 9th of July. Gurpal Singh and Rachpal Singh are 2 brothers who allegedly supplied the chemical to these districts. One of the two, Gurpal, was arrested in Philor on the 9th of July with nearly 4,000 litres of the spirit. Around 17 cases have been registered against the brothers dating back to 2002. While Gurpal has been arrested now, Rajpal is still on the run. Both Jaswant Singh and Gurpal were arrested by the Punjab police earlier, in May and in July respectively, but these two managed to get bail. A police officer told the Indian Express, and I quote, "If the police had properly investigated Jaswant Singh's arrest, the racket could have been busted then itself." Opposition parties in the state have attacked Chief Minister Amarinder Singh for not acting soon enough. Punjab Vidhan Sabha leader of opposition and Aam Aadmi Party MLA Harpal Singh Cheema, along with Shiromani Akali Dal President Sukhbir Singh Badal, have called for Amarinder Singh's resignation, accusing him of giving political patronage to the liquor mafia in the state. The state government has entrusted the task of a magisterial inquiry to senior IAS officer B. Pursartha, who is a divisional commissioner of Jalandhar division, but this was rejected by MP Sunny Deol as an eyewash. According to the Indian Express, two Rajya Sabha MPs and Congress leaders are also critical of Captain Amrinder. In 2016, under the Badal regime in Punjab, a similar incident had occurred and more than 9 people died near Gurdaspur after consuming spurious liquor. So far, the Punjab government has declared 2 lakh rupees in compensation to the families of the dead.